Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I'm at the Club Fix in Irvine. You might hear it is pouring rain on the ceiling of this place, and California has just been inundated with rain. So on this rainy day, I was hoping to play golf. That's definitely not happening. So I wanted to test the new Callaway Epic Sub-Zero driver. So Mark here at the Club Fix is setting me up with it. First, we're gonna get a few numbers off of, so we're gonna use the same exact shaft that I use in my Callaway XR. This is not the XR Sub-Zero, this is just the Callaway XR Pro. That one there, you guys can see. So I'm gonna get a couple numbers here. Not really warm, but I don't really need it either. And then put it up against the new kid on the block, the Epic Sub-Zero, which has been getting a lot of good press. Mark, you seen people with good numbers with that
Yeah,
club?
it's been pretty good. It definitely has a different feel. It's really hard, and you can feel the stability of the jailbreak technology that they're talking about.
Right. All right, so this is just like a baseline kind of deal with I'll hit 3 shots with this, and hopefully 3 fairly decent ones. That's good. Straight, kind of like a frozen rope. Launch could be a little higher. Carry was great.
A little spin.
That's always. So that's why I want to try the Epic Sub-Zero, because, all right, what was the spin on that one, Mark?
2600.
2600. That's actually not too bad for me. But I know from messing around with drivers before, if I could get that number to like 21 or even 2000, that's like another like 10 yards. You have your driver here, Mark?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So, all right, so let's hit 2 more. All right, that one drew, and it's a little higher, so that should go further just because the draw always has less spin for me. Up. Oh, actually, 3,000 spin. That actually, I swung pretty hard at that one, and didn't get much out of it. So 3,000 spin on a draw is crazy. So with a 111 club head speed and spinning it up at 2,600 or 3,000, I would be like, I think, a perfect candidate for the player they're looking to get on the Epic Sub-Zero. All right. Last one. More of a golf course shot here. All right, well, I'm just drilling the left-hand side of the fairway. It was more of a golf course shot, a little shorter. All right, Mark, so step in here and kind of analyze these numbers for me as we switch this out.
All right, let me pull them up.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you see here is he's swinging pretty good, about 109 on the swing speed, which is really good. But he's pretty spinny. He's at 2,700.
Yeah.
We want to be about 2,200. The lower you go below that, it gets better and better.
Yeah.
So at 109, if we got him at 2,200, he should be well over 300 yards on average. So right now he's averaging about 289, but we should easily be able to get that to 300.
All right, so the big deal with this driver, as Marcus getting the computer going and switching it out, that you guys have seen on every other YouTube channel, so I don't need to repeat it too much, is this right here. So there's 2 metal bars sitting like that in this driver that actually, they hold the bottom of the club to the top, to the crown, right, like this, because they saw that at the moment of impact, the club was going like this. It was kind of buckling in. And they said if they could provide that stability from top to bottom, it would actually make it braced a little bit more and make it transfer a little bit more of the oomph into the actual golf ball. This is the Epic Sub-Zero, so we're going to see if this will actually spin lower and result in better distance. This is actually when we're using the same exact shaft, so this really is only testing the head. All right. Oh, okay. So we're kind of climbing the wall, 50, 70, 80. Okay, let's see what the spin is there. All right, so that's lower already, 2250. That's good. And Mark, distance-wise, that was longer than any of the other ones?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that was getting closer to
More what we're looking for.
All right, 2 more. The one thing I can say after hitting a couple shots with this is all the press in the YouTube videos I've heard about this talk about, oh, it's just dead off the face, or it feels like a total knock. There's not like a mushy face. Actually, I think if you have a high swing speed, it's not as true as kind of some of the press says. It's not as dead off the face feeling. It actually, there's some feel to it. It's not like I was thinking this was just going to feel like a solid piece of metal. There's the rain coming. Okay, on a fade, but that's in the fairway. We'll see. Oh, still carrying well over 270. All right, 296 fade is very good for me. 2,500. So 2,500 on a fade. With my old one, a fade would have been 29 or 3,000. And those are both in the fairway. All right, this is going to be like a par 5 after a double bogey. Be a little bit of anger in this one. Just going to try to get here and unload it. There we go. Stay in here. Oh, actually, for me, better. So actually, one of the lower club head speeds at 108. And but it's for me, distance is all about spin, and spin really comes. So put the numbers up, Mark, and then kind of analyze these numbers, and then we'll give our kind of assessment of this.
Yeah, so what I wanted to show here is Brendan actually swung 1.5 miles per hour slower with the Epic, but because the spin was lower, compared 2,700 to 2,300, we actually averaged, we got 6 yards on carry and a total of almost, what do we got here, 8 yards in total distance.
Yeah.
So definitely you can see with a spin, now if we can get this even lower, that's another 10 yards.
And a lot tighter too.
And way tighter, yeah.
Only 2 yards off the center line on average.
Yeah, so all in all, it was definitely a better product. Like I said, we could even get a different shaft in there that could get the spin even lower.
Yeah.
Make that head more efficient.
Okay, so all in all, what I can say about the GBB Epic Sub-Zero is it is lower spinning. I would say, I mean, for me, it's like 500 RPMs lower spinning, but I would say on average, from the numbers I've been seeing for other people, how many RPMs lower spinning on average would you say?
It's about 500. Like you said, the Zero's more towards a higher swinging speed.
Right.
And the Epic is more towards the common man.
Yeah. So if you have a swing speed over, I'd say 106, 105, something like that, take a look at the Sub-Zero for sure, because it will be lower spinning, and everybody really wants to get lower spinning. There's been a lot of debates and everything about hitting up or hitting down. Regardless of what you're trying to do with your golf swing, I think just trying to get, there's an optimal part, you know? So if you're at 110, optimal is probably like 21 or 2,000.
Yeah.
So like, that's really where we're trying to hit, is right around 2,000. I'm still above that, but you know, there's things that I'm working on. I would recommend this. The feel-wise and everything, it's not as dead off the face feeling. If you have a high swing speed, you can actually kind of unlock some of the mushiness of the face and actually feel it. It was actually one of my favorite drivers of all time was the Callaway FT5, which had that real composite knock to it, and the face, you could really feel it. And I actually like kind of a mushy feeling face, which is why I'm gonna try the TaylorMade as well. But this one definitely, it would be in the running to be in the bag. If I get the correct grip on it and mess around with shafts and everything. I would give this let's give it a rating just after hitting only about 10 balls with it. I would give this out of 5, I would give this is a really good driver, like a 4.2 out of 5. If they could get this face and the feedback from the face just a little bit more, so you kind of get that feeling. Right now I'm not super confident to make it draw or fade. If they could just get that a little bit more, the feedback a little better, you'd have a totally awesome gameable driver. That also might be shaft too. So check it out. Subscribe to this channel. Here at the Club Fix in Irvine, if you tell them, if you call Mark's number, which is right here, and tell them that you watched this show on Be Better Golf, then they will give you guys can go through all the drivers they have, which is basically every single company's driver, and figure out what the best driver is for you for only $50, which is an amazing deal. So check that out, and we'll see you later. Cool, Mark. Thank you.